Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Bad Thought Studios. Today, I got my buddy Jay with me. We're going to be talking House of the Dragon. Um, talk a little bit about what's coming in season two. George R. R. Martin hinted there's going to be a third and fourth season as well, so we're going to get into it a little bit. But I want to introduce my buddy Jay. How you doing today, Jay? How's everything?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Today's my birthday, so just we're about to have some cake and eat in a little bit. So yeah, we just chilling right now.
Happy birthday, bro.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so let's get into it, man. I love asking people's opinion on season one of House of the Dragon. For me, I went into it knowing there was going to be a time jump, different actors and actresses were going to be introduced. I went into it with an open mind. We all know how season 8 ended of Game of Thrones. Most people didn't like it exactly. But I went in with went into it with an open mind. There was going to be new directors, and George R. R. Martin was going to have more of a influence in this. So I loved it. I think they pulled it off perfectly. I think they introduced everyone in the right way. So I really enjoyed that. How about you? Did you enjoy season one as well?
I loved it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was awesome. I was skeptical though because of Game of Thrones season 8. That wasn't what I expected, but coming into this, they hit every point that I thought that they would hit. I just thought they would introduce Allison's fourth son or third son.
Third son,
And
yeah.
yeah, he's not in there, and I don't know when they're going to add him because I was told that he's not even going to be in the second season as well.
Yeah, I did hear his name. I'm just a show watcher. I'm not sure if you have read the books or not. Have you read the books?
Yeah, man. I
You have?
have. I have.
Okay. I do know there was a third son. What was his name?
Darren, I think.
Darren. Okay, yes. Okay. My on my TikTok, I mean, you know how it is. People troll and they'll tell you, what should be happening next, and
Yeah.
a lot of people know that I'm just a show watcher, so they'll put in the comments, this is going to be happening because they've read the books. But I do remember them saying something about him not being introduced probably till the third season,
Yeah.
which I believe sounds right. Someone was telling me that sounds about right, but I'm not too sure what season two is going to look like. So, but yeah, I enjoyed season one. There was the only thing that kind of I talked about this in another episode. The only thing that irritated me was I always forget her name. It was a girl in there. Her accent. It was the girl who went to go. Um, they went to go see her to see where Aegon was because he was missing when Viserys
Talia,
died.
Talia, I think that's her name.
Yeah, that girl. Oh my god, her accent is the only thing that pissed me off in that show. I don't know why. I don't know. It seemed forced to me. I don't know why. But was there anything in season one that you disliked that you read from the first book or from the book?
Um, there's a part with Talia that I didn't like. Because the show really didn't explain it. About what she said to Otto about she could have killed Aegon, and
Hmm.
then next thing you know, her house was on fire. It's like what happened to her? But the another thing was there's a deleted scene um, from episode 1, I think, and we're all like, "Why is Allison so stuck on Rhaenyra and who she sleeps with? Like, what?" Well, they took that deleted scene out, and we're like, "That don't make sense." They would put the deleted scene in there. We would have known that Damon took her virginity.
See, that's what someone else told me. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if it was you, but it was someone in my comments said that that was what it was supposed to be hinted that uh he took her virginity and she was pissed. Dude, that would make so much more sense
you
because
know.
it pissed me off because there wasn't a huge event that made her so mad at Rhaenyra because like she's the one who slept with her dad and got married to her dad and didn't tell Rhaenyra, so she should be the one pissed off, and she was essentially. But Allison took it to the next level, dude. She took the hatred to the next level, and there wasn't, like I said, there wasn't a big event of why she was so pissed off, but I had people tell me she was jealous of Rhaenyra. She had more freedom than Rhaenyra. That is kind of it's kind of an out, I guess, but to me, it's just not a big enough event for her to be that pissed at her.
And then remember during the tournament, I mean, it kind of hints at it. The first episode during the tournament when Damon was fighting and he asked for Allison's favor, and
Hmm.
because he beat up her brother,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
And man, he's my favorite, bro. I swear
Oh
to
yeah.
God, he's my
Oh yeah.
absolute favorite. But that kind of like when he asked for that, when he asked for a favor from Allison, I was kind of confused. I was
Hmm.
just like, I know he's probably like, like trolling because Otto,
Yep.
but he was really with her. I was like, it didn't make sense, because we didn't know at the time.
Yep. And was that in the book though? Did they say that he took her virginity in the book?
I don't remember that being in the book.
No. Okay. Yeah. To me, I think if they did put that in the show, it would make a lot more sense why she was so pissed off at her.
Yeah.
Were you confused of that too?
Well, in the book, Allison's a lot older than Renee too.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she's like, yeah, she's older. Like, yeah, I think they matched them up age wise just so to make the show good. I guess
Okay.
that's
Okay.
why posters for season 2 isn't like Aegon and Rhaenyra. It's Allison and Rhaenyra. People are
Hmm.
mad about that because that's the focus. That's the
Yep.
focus, and I want to see how it plays out.
Yeah. Yeah, season to wrap up season 1, I do think they did a phenomenal job, especially because of all the time jumps, all the switching of actors and actresses, and it wasn't people went into it thinking it wasn't going to hit, and I think they did an amazing job. So for
Yeah.
season 2, we have a lot of hopes, and I'm
God,
looking
I
forward
can't
to it.
wait, man. I am so excited. Boy.
Yeah, me too. So, what was your thoughts on the trailer? I know you've probably watched it 100 times, just like me. So,
Yeah, I watched it a few times. Yeah. Damon is pissed. The entire trailer.
yep.
Oh, that was cool. I'm trying to remember everything. I want to know what that one scene about was with Allison, and she was in that white dress, and she was standing. She wasn't in the Red Keep.
No.
Don't know where she was. I don't know if that's a dream or what, but I'm really curious about what that is. And I'm excited about the first episode of Son for a Son because that's blood and
Oh
cheese.
yeah, yep. Blood and cheese, and let's not spoil it. But unfortunately, someone did spoil it for me because of my TikTok. So,
Yeah.
but we had mentioned in my last episode that we kind of just went over the stills of the trailer,
Uh-huh.
and blood and cheese is something that people just constantly just keep telling me about. So, I'm excited for that. And see, episode 1 is named Son for a Son. So there you go.
This fandom is so toxic when it comes
Oh
to the
yeah.
black and greens, man.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I was watching videos yesterday, and like people are making excuses to do all this killing, and I'm like, oh, it's a show,
Yep.
good show, but there's no need to try to go out of your way to piss somebody else off,
See, that's what I think it is. It's people's opinions on the show, and like for instance, for me, I get a lot of when I speculate because I'm just a show watcher. Like I said, I speculate on what I think is going to happen next, and I could read the books and try to figure out what's going on, but I'd rather do it this way. Not many people are doing it as show watchers.
Mhm.
Putting it on TikTok and trying to get people's reactions or even thoughts about what I'm thinking. So I try to speculate. Like I did a clip on TikTok where I am. I think Eamon might be the father of Helena's kids. Now,
Yes,
see,
yes.
and I people are like, oh no, that's impossible. It wasn't in the book and this and that. I'm like, I know it's not in the book. It might be a reach. I could be reaching. I could be wrong, which is fine. But there's a lot of hints that they drop that he might be the father. He might be the
Hey,
father.
and the show changes stuff, from
Mhm.
the actual canon book, and that could be one of them
You
because
think so?
yeah, and the trailer it clearly looks like he wants that throne. Yeah,
Yeah, and you see him literally eyeing that thing down like he owed him money, bro. That Iron Throne was something that he was staring at. So I mean, he's hinted, like he said, when Lane, what's her name? Laenor's sister. What's her name? I always forget.
uh,
Lane, not Lena.
Lena,
Is it Lena? Lena Valarian at her funeral. Helena was messing around with like her bugs or whatever, and then
yeah.
Aegon and Aemon were looking at her and talking about it, and he was like, you know, if it was my duty and Mother betrothed us, I would do my duty, and you know, but like I said, it could be a reach, could you know, it's just me speculating, but
Well,
that's
also, man, they're Targaryens, and their siblings are automatically attracted to each other. So
yeah,
that's just a thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. It's not my thing, but
no,
mean,
exactly.
but like, that's a thing. There was it's been like that. I mean, first one that came over had married both of his sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so,
Aegon the Conqueror, right? By the way,
yeah.
dude, the crown that he's wearing, it's pretty dope because that was his crown when he conquered Westeros, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's dope. That is
Yeah,
so dope.
I want to get a replica of it.
Dude, that'd be dope. Hell yeah.
I do have a hand pen.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I bought one of those, and the knife that Viserys and Arya has.
Okay, yep.
The
Valerian dagger.
Yeah, I'm starting to collect stuff.
You know what's funny is I wanted to get that one tattooed, that dagger, just like a small version of it. I want to get that tattooed on me eventually. I think that dagger's dope. I like it.
It is. Yeah. It looks like it's really sharp too, because it cut Rhaenyra pretty good.
So you mentioned Alicent when she was in that white dress. In the episode we did before, my buddy Carlos said she might be at Storm's End where Lucerys was killed, looking into the water, just like devastated that her son did that. And someone said that Rhaenyra might be on the other end of Storm's End, looking at the same water, but on the different end of the water.
So in the book, I don't think she ever left the Red Keep during the war. But I mean, that could be a thing, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I think it's a dream.
It could be. You could be absolutely right. And that makes a lot of sense too. Makes a lot of sense.
That's just going off of that. I mean, they changed stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, to wrap up the trailer, man. I know I've done a couple episodes on it, but it was just it was just a teaser trailer. The beauty of that trailer was a teaser trailer.
I know,
and it gave us you know quite a few stills and scenes, and I'm excited to see Adam of Hall. I'm excited I want to see him get introduced, and you know, for Right Sea Smoke. Like I think that's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
dude.
I want to see all the dragon seeds, nettles, all of them.
Yeah. Was what dragon is Cannibal? Where's he from? Was he from like where like towards Aegon the Conqueror? Was he?
I don't know who rode that dragon. I know somebody ended up with it.
I can't remember either, but I seen a video and they had mentioned Cannibal. I was like, dude, that's a fucking crazy ass dragon.
Everybody's scared of that dragon. All the dragons are scared of that dragon.
Yeah.
You bomb with that dragon, man. That says a lot about your character.
No, right?
You know?
Oh, that's funny. All right, moving on. So George R. R. Martin had a meeting with British publishers about Winds of Winter. He had met with them for I think it was 2 other books, but you know, of course, the one that people have been waiting on the most is Winds of Winter. What's your thoughts on this?
My negative, because he always does this, and he always gets you hyped for the book. Oh, I only got this much left. I should be done by the end of the summer. 2 years later, still not done. I just don't get my hopes up anymore, man. Like, because I just keep getting disappointed. I don't want to be disappointed anymore. I mean, I wish for it to be true. Like he's almost done, or he's done. He just has to have, you know, all the stuff comes with publishing done, I guess. But I'm just not getting hyped for it because he has done this before. And shout out to George, but it hurts my feelings, man.
Yeah, for sure. And what's funny is even though I'm a show watcher, this book I kind of have to read because of season 7 and 8 already been out. So there's no you know harm in me reading these books. So I'm just with you. I'm right with you, bro. I'm right with you. I want to read these books, and you know, I don't know in the past if he's met with publishers about the book yet, which could be a good sign. But on the other hand, you especially, like, people who've read the books been waiting 15 years for this thing, so you never know. Never know.
Forever.
And just so I'm not mistaken, the last book ended where Jon Snow got stabbed at the wall, right?
Yeah, he was stabbed. He was stabbed by his own brothers.
Okay, and
He's
that's
Lord
where the
Commander.
books ended.
Yeah, it was a wrap after that. Here, I mean, it's been hell. I was fresh out of high school.
Damn, dude. Damn. Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully we get some kind of news coming out about it. But the only thing is he's focused on the shows right now, and Night at the Ascended Kingdom is going to be coming out soon.
Yes.
That one's pretty good. I heard it's pretty good. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So George R. R. Martin confirms House of the Dragon will have a third and fourth season. Now, do you think they're speculating they're going to end at the fourth season? Do you think the story could be told in that 4-season span?
I estimated 4 seasons from when I first started watching.
Okay.
That's what that was my guess. So, I'm pretty sure that they got to do 4 at least.
Okay.
I believe everything that I read.
I believe he had said before season 1 came out that if they tell the story correctly, there will be 4 or 5 seasons. So
really?
I don't know if that's. I mean, we're getting 3 and 4 for sure, but hopefully we can get that 4th season and it end well, or get a 5th season and it end better because they have a little bit more time, you know.
So wouldn't the 4th season have to be about everything that happened after the war?
See, I don't know. I wish I knew that, bro.
There's a lot that happened, like a lot that happened. Creek and Stark, I'm not spoiling anything, but he has a humongous part for afterwards.
Yeah.
That's that whole part that makes him like cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what could possibly happen is the war end at the end of 3, and then 4th season we'll get that explanation then. Or if we do the end of 4 and then we get that 5th season. But I doubt that. I doubt we'll get a 5th, just because we have George R. R. Martin said that there's going to be 8 spinoffs in the works here soon. So, and already the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms was already confirmed, and they're going to start filming, I think, the summer of next year. They're going to start filming that. And then they haven't said anything about the 7 other spinoffs, so we'll see.
You think one of them will be Jon Snow?
So I don't know if you've seen the episode we did. It was the very first episode on this channel. We talked about Game of Thrones, and we talked about season 8 and season 7 and what our thoughts were. If you haven't watched that, go take a look. But we speculated a Jon Snow spinoff, and my buddy said that he doesn't want a Jon Snow spinoff because there's no antagonist. There's no what can he do? Like, he can go beyond the wall and fight there, or he can try to get his Aegon Targaryen throne. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things, and then the only thing that kind of they can do in my eyes, which I think would be pretty fucking dope, is if you remember at season 8 at the end when Bran is talking to Sam and he says, "Where's Drogon?" And he says he was last seen headed east towards, and then when he said "va," he was cut off by what's his name? He was cut off
by Bronn.
Yeah. And it sounded like he was going to say Volantis. For me, it sounded like he was going to say Volantis. Now, who's in Volantis? The Red Witches.
That's where all the red people live.
Yep. And if Drogon is heading there with Dany to Volantis, drop her off, and we've seen Jon Snow get revived. It could be a possibility, and that, I think, if that happened, it would be like season 8. We can forgive because we're getting this version of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if they do that, I think I could forgive season 8. I think I can. How about you?
Yeah, I'd say I could too. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, there's many things that could happen. Like I was thinking maybe a scenario like something happens to like maybe Tyrion and Bran needs a new hand, so he calls John. Maybe he shows up. You know, never know what could happen. I'm just saying,
Ooh,
it's multiple things they could go with it.
that's a good one too. Or if he comes back to King's Landing and the Unsullied come back and try to fight him because he, didn't stay at the wall. That could be another. You're right. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of versions of this spinoff that they can do. I just hope they don't fuck it up, man.
I hope
Uh,
not either. Maybe the Unsullied, like you said, they'll show up because he left beyond the wall, and somehow John rallies the entire North to help
yeah,
him. You never know where they could go with it. So
yeah,
I'm not saying I don't want one because of that. I'm saying I do because I just don't want them to mess it up.
exactly. We're in the same mindset, bro. Same mindset, and if they do mess it up, season 8 is gonna look even that more terrible if they fuck this up. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. As long as fucking D&D aren't there, I think we'll be good.
By the way, to add, I wouldn't mind to see a spinoff of Arya where she goes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That'd
And
be pretty good.
I 100% agree with you. And like no one knows what's past there. So she has a wide variety of what she can possibly do. Now
Hmm.
the only thing stopping these good shows to coming out is the actresses and actors wanting to come back and be those characters again. Cuz I don't know if Arya's character, I think her name is Maisie
Macy.
Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might have seen a video where she said she wouldn't want to come back to play Arya.
I don't think the one that what's her name that played Daenerys.
Emilia Clarke.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to do that.
Yeah. So
I think she
that's the
hates
only.
the show.
Yep. I think that's the only thing stopping them, in my opinion. That's the only thing stopping them, and which sucks because I think everyone would love them coming back, and no matter how bad or how good it is, people would just love watching it.
Yeah,
Which is a terrible way to look at it, but it's true. Like I would love to see Jon Snow and Daenerys back together again, or some kind of version. Even though it's a terrible story, I would still love to see it. But you never know, bro. You never know.
facts.
All right, bro. Last topic. He's George R. R. Martin says he spent 2 days locked in a room with the writers Ryan Condo, blah blah blah, discussing seasons 3 and 4. Those are just the writing crew. They spent 2 days locked in a room talking about seasons 3 and 4, which I thought was fascinating because they're that confident season 2 is going to be a hit. And my buddy, shout out to Micah, he or no, excuse me. Well, shout out to Mike, yeah, but shout out to OG55 as well. He mentioned the word confidence in season 2 and them already planning for 3 and 4. Now, if you remember, season 1 dropped. There was no hint or nothing of season 2 coming out. We knew it was eventually going to come out, but we didn't know they had talks or anything like that. So already them talking about seasons 3 and 4, I think is outstanding.
Yeah, it is. I don't think they expected the show to blow up as big as it did. That's why they probably didn't plan for it. They just wanted to see how it would cook, and it cooked
Oh
pretty
yeah.
good. People went crazy over it, including myself. After watching it, I was just hooked. I've watched it probably season 1. I've watched it probably 20 plus times, man.
Yeah.
I,
I don't blame you.
I'm still looking for details, you know.
Yep. And
But yeah,
it's in Game of Thrones, dude, I've watched that probably 50 times or whatever. But
me too.
every time I watch it, bro, I feel like I was like, I don't remember this part. Or I don't remember hearing this little detail and this and like there's so much stuff in Game of Thrones that happened where every time I've watched it, I've been like, wow, how do I not know this? How do I not remember this? Like
Yeah, like how you like you can watch it again and be like, oh, so you can connect this with this, but you didn't see that before. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like that makes sense
Yep.
now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
I've just watched it so many times and I keep seeing stuff like example, Elena, I think I watched a video. No, I watched a video earlier. But anyways, when I watched the Purple Wedding with
Mhm.
Joffrey, it's a great wedding. But anyways,
Yes.
I never noticed how Elena took that off of her
took,
necklace
took the thing off, and yep.
until I watched it maybe like the third time over, and then I seen her do it.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh my God, how did I not see that before?
Yep.
You know?
You want to know another thing people don't know? Do you remember I believe it was season 4. It was right before the Red Wedding. The Lannister kids that were kidnapped, they were killed in the they were killed. And then that kid who played the Lannister that died ended up being the king, Tom and Baratheon.
Yeah. I noticed that.
Yep. So there's a lot of things that people see in Game of Thrones once they watch it over and over and over again. They're like, "Wow, how did I not see this the first time?" That's amazing.
Thomas, that's wrong, man. Marcella was the only one that something went wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Thomas just was the weakest.
It was weird. It was weird because his brother was the fucking complete opposite, dude. The complete opposite, man.
His brother, I think Joffrey had daddy issues.
Yeah, hey, that could be it too.
I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
That's
His daddy
funny.
wasn't there, so he just wilded out. It
Yep.
happens.
Exactly. It happens. That's funny. Hey, is there anything you want to add before we head out of here?
Nah, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. And
yeah, of course.
I want happy birthday to you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining me. You know, anytime you want to hop on or, you know, talk about Game of Thrones, I'll let you know, or you let me know if you want to, you know, talk about something.
Okay.
Anytime you want to come on, bro, just let me know. All right.
I definitely will be back.
For sure, Jay. If you could tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Yeah. Usually my most active social media is TikTok. At Cheese is the Key. Cheese is the Key. You can find me there. Facebook would be Jay Carter.
Jay Carter, perfect.
Yeah,
and I'll put his links to his social medias in the description below. If you want to find me at Tones_TV on all platforms, also follow my podcast with me and the Candy Camper at Bad Thoughts Podcast, and follow us on Spotify as well. All right, appreciate you guys. Love y'all.